It's a silver fox office for the box office foxes. It's a silver fox office with Elsie and Mike.
Welcome to the Silver Fox Office, where we're on the quest to find the foxiest old guy in cinema. I'm Elsie.
And I'm Mike.
And we're back.
We're back at it again.
After our special kind of double up episode.
I know, our bonus episode, our bonus episode. I hope people enjoyed it. I know it's not our normal fare.
But I like the idea of more episodes.
Yeah, I mean, we've there are lots of things that we've sort of talked about, whether or not they can be bonus episodes. So there may be more in the future. So let us know if you liked it.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you hated it, then we may not do anymore.
Yeah. Maybe don't tell us. I think we're sensitive.
I mean, if you want us to cry, send us an email titled "Read this on the podcast,"
and we will cry,
and we'll have a little boohoo fest.
I think it's important to note. So, not our bonus episode, but the one before that was our Halloween episode.
Yeah.
Where we talked about our Halloween hunks, and tragically, devastatingly, my Halloween hunk, Tony Todd, passed away yesterday.
R.I.P.
Rest in peace, Tony Todd. God rest his soul. That was really hard news.
Yeah.
To hear yesterday.
So I think we've decided to make this a Tony Toddcast in memoriam. We're dedicating this to.
This is dedicated to Tony Todd, the Tony Todd cast.
Candyman himself.
Incredible actor, just incredible actor in Candyman. Incredible voice actor.
Yeah, he was Venom in Spider-Man 2, the video game, which I played this year.
I can guarantee you, like, he's been in more things than you realize.
Yeah. And
you don't realize that you're hearing his voice, but his voice was iconic.
Yeah.
As well as just his presence. He
was on all of the Final Destination films but one. I can't remember if it was 3 or 4 that he wasn't in.
It's the suckiest one. Guaranteed.
3 and 4 are my least favourites in that franchise. So.
Whichever one it was that didn't have Tony Todd in it sucked.
Yeah.
But honestly, like I talked about in the Halloween episode, his portrayal of Candyman, incredible. Absolutely incredible. And also, randomly enough, I sent this to Mike the other day on Instagram, just out of nowhere, seemingly. I don't know what the relevance was, but Pedro Pascal made a post about the 1992 film Candyman.
Yes.
And I sent it to Mike, alleging that Pedro had been listening to the podcast.
Hi, Pedro.
If you're listening,
your time will come. I promise you.
You'll be there one day.
You are on our list.
So, Mike, watched any good film lately?
Oh, I've had some great film times recently. And I've also had some mediocre film times recently.
I cannot wait to hear about it.
And I've also had some other things. So I'll start with non-film.
Okay.
So I've recently been playing Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League.
Okay.
Which is a...
What was that?
Lots of people outside. I'll be honest, I thought it was your stomach gurgling.
No, I thought it was a little bird. It was an odd noise. I thought it was a pigeon. So you've been playing Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League.
Yeah, and it is a sort of a sequel to the Batman Arkham PlayStation game.
Like
so there were 4. There was Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, Arkham Origins, and Arkham Knight. All of them are just my favourite games.
I've played Arkham Knight. It's really fun.
They're so good. I'm a big Batman nerd anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just excellent games. Like, I don't really need to say anything more about them because they've been talked to death because everyone loves them. But Suicide Squad was by the same studio, Rocksteady, and it was a sequel, and it's generally regarded as hot trash.
Okay, love it.
And it's like an online multiplayer game, whereas the Arkham games were solo player. So I've been playing that, and I've not been hating it. Okay. It's not great, but I've not been hating it.
Been having a good time.
But I mean, it's fine. I've also been reading a book. I've been reading multiple books. I'm a big reader. I've read 94 so far this year, or 95.
Reef, well done.
Yeah, my goal is always to beat the previous year. Last year I read 116. I don't think I'm going to beat it.
94 is still incredible innings.
But I'm getting there.
Hey, we've got time. We've still got
time.
A month and a half.
Yeah, if I just like cram in a bunch of real small ones.
Just read a bunch of Mills and Boons back to back.
Or I could just read a bunch of kids' books, like just all of the Harry McCleary ones. Yeah,
100%.
Take them on. But I've just finished reading a book called Everyone on This Train is a Suspect.
Ooh, Orient Express-ish.
Which is a sequel to Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone, both of them by Benjamin Stevenson.
I love that.
I love a murder mystery.
Mm-hmm.
I love a cozy Agatha Christie style murder mystery, and these are very fun. They're Australian. They're very meta, so he sort of gives you all of the rules beforehand, and I've loved the series. There's a third one that's just come out for Christmas, which I'm excited to read. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. So I highly recommend if you love a murder mystery. Speaking of murder mysteries, I've watched a couple. So I've been watching the series Poirot from the 80s. Really fun. Agatha Christie, love it. And I watched Crooked House, which is from 2017 with Glenn Close.
Say no more.
It's got an okay cast. It's got Glenn Close, Terence Stamp, Max Irons, Christina Hendricks, Julian Sands, Gillian Anderson. Like it's a decent cast.
That's a good lineup.
And it's aggressively fine.
That's the best way to describe anything, I reckon.
Yeah, like it's just, Agatha Christie should be like light and frothy and scandalous and delightful. And this just took it kind of dark and serious and a bit dreary. And
I don't think those are meant to be taken that seriously.
No, they're meant to be fun and silly. And then I also watched Doc of Chucky. So
Doc of Chucky.
Doc of Chucky. So there's this sort of tradition of really long documentaries about horror films. So there's
I thought you meant like the Doctor of Chucky.
No, documentary.
Documentary, that's great.
So there's obviously like Crystal Lake
Yes.
Memories, which is a sort of a 5-hour documentary about the Friday the 13th, where it goes into all of them.
Say no more.
There's Never Sleep Again, which is a 5-hour documentary going into all of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. And this is new, just came out this year. Doc of Chucky is obviously a 5-hour documentary going into all of the Chucky movies, and it's just fun. Obviously, I only recommend it if you've seen all the films, and if you're a mega fan, you're probably not.
And you're ready to take a whole day, park up in front of the couch, cancel the plans, we're in.
You're probably not going to get much out of it.
No.
if you're not a Chucky fan. But I loved it.
Take some annual leave. Back to back. You could take 3 days of leave and watch all 3.
Sorry, I'm calling in Chucky today.
Calling in Jason Voorhees.
I've got a couple more things I want to talk about. I watched 2 films on the same day that had the same word in the title.
Okay.
So I watched Exorcist 2, The Heretic, and then I watched Heretic.
Oh my god, I can't wait to talk about Heretic.
I know you watched it as well recently.
Yes, I went to the Terrify Film Festival and I saw it as part of the festival.
We're talking about Heretic, not Exorcist 2.
No. Could you imagine that?
I do not recommend watching Exorcist 2. What did you think of Heretic?
Okay, so I need to preface by saying, due to unforeseen circumstances, we, being my sister and I, ended up arriving late. And I don't know if you've ever been to the Terrify Film Festivals at Roxy Cinema. They're like first in, first served for the seats. So you buy a ticket, but the seats are completely random. So arriving late meant we had to sit between a few strangers.
Yeah, oh, good.
So I was quite stressed out when I first sat down because I was like, I was rushed, I was a little bit sweaty, I was sitting between strangers, I felt very awkward. Anyway, I was not, and I was kind of like, by the time I'd done that, I was taking a bit of a sad where I was like, I don't want to see a movie anymore. Quickly turned around.
Yeah.
It was really good. This is me formally saying on record, Hugh Grant needs to be in more horror films.
I love Hugh Grant in this. It's one of his career best performances.
Brilliant in this. He is so pretentious.
Yeah.
So just nasty.
Yeah.
But it's done so well.
So charmingly.
So charming.
It's weird.
He's in a lovely sweater. He's a silver fox of the highest order. And also, the film was actually funny.
The film was quite funny.
The jokes were actually funny.
Really good.
Sophie Thatcher, who played Sister Barnes, I knew her from Yellow Jackets, the TV series. She is fantastic in Yellow Jackets.
Okay.
She's very like broody, quite angry. And I also think in Heretic there was that same kind of like, she's obviously between her and sister Paxton. She's obviously the tougher one, you would say.
Street smart.
But I really liked how that film turned out. Like,
yeah.
I was with it the whole time. There were really no parts where I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I was fully locked in.
That one of the things I really liked was there are moments where Hugh Grant, he's so on the whole time.
Yeah.
He's smiley, and he does these weird little like grimace things, which are really quite like they're kind of endearing in a way, and they're meant to be. And he's just so, affable, and then there are moments where he goes absolutely dead in the eyes, and it is so incredible to just see. I'm like, how do you do that? It's so impressive.
And there are so many parts where he lets on little things to the characters, which sometimes the characters pick up, sometimes they don't. I picked up every single one of them. And so I was sitting there like, oh my God. Like, he was a frightening character without like some of the more traditional, like conventional ways of being frightening. He was a good movie villain.
Yeah.
And I the first thing, like, as soon as I was driving home, I was like, I can't wait for that movie to come out.
Yeah.
Because my dad's a very, like, he loves like religious history and things like that. So he's read a lot of books, like I think what's the one, like My Name is Judas or something like that. I can't remember. And as I was driving home, I was like, he doesn't like horror movies, but he's gonna like this one, because I don't think this one also followed the conventions of like a traditional horror movie.
Yeah, exactly.
It was very different. And if you're somebody that's into like religion, but like in the sense of like more religious history or religious context, it's a very interesting film in that respect.
Yeah.
And I saw people dogging it on Letterboxd because it like failed to be offensive or something like that.
What?
There was somebody because I don't want to give away too much, but somebody in the reviews was like, this film is boring. It fails to like take the extra step and be offensive. And it's like, just because it didn't turn out the way you thought it would doesn't mean it failed on any levels.
It doesn't need to be offensive.
No, it was really good, and I think it was a really like challenging look at religion, which I thoroughly enjoyed it. I came out of that like, I am so pleased that I sat between a bunch of strangers to end up watching this film, because it was so good.
There are also lots of gadgets and lots of puzzles, and like I messaged Cassandra immediately, who again does not like horror films, and I was like, I think you would like this. It's not too scary, not too gory. There are puzzles, there are gadgets.
The model of the house.
Dialogue. Oh, so
brilliant.
Cool.
It is such a good film. Like, if we sat here and made a whole podcast episode just about Heretic, I could do it.
Yeah.
I could talk about that film for ages. It was a really, really good film.
And I'll tell you, significantly better than Exorcist 2: The Heretic.
Well, there you go. When did that one come out?
1979.
So it's the direct sequel to the first one.
Yeah.
Because I know they remade The Exorcist recently. I think Leslie Odom Jr. from Pfilms on it.
So The Exorcist, obviously runaway smash, one of the, still known as one of the scariest films ever made. Just a genuinely good film.
It's a good film.
So Exorcist 2 was made 4 years later, and the director was like, I did not like the first Exorcist, so I'm going to make Exorcist 2 to fix everything about The Exorcist. Known as one of the worst films of all time. Not great. So the only reason I watched it is because there's a book I've got about the Exorcist franchise, and I need to see more of the film because I haven't seen all of them. And there's one more thing I want to talk about.
Yes.
Adam Elliott.
I don't know who that is.
Adam Elliott is an Australian filmmaker.
Okay.
And he made a film called Mary and Max.
Now I know who you're talking about.
Which is a claymation Australian film starring Philip Seymour Hoffman and Toni Collette and Barry Humphries. And it is one of my all-time favourite films. If Letterboxd had a top 5, it would probably be in there. It would definitely be in a top 10. I love Mary and Max. And last night Adam Elliott's new film was released in New Zealand called Memoir of a Snail. So Jared and I went along to watch this, and there was a virtual Q&A afterwards with Adam Elliott.
That's exciting.
And I got to, ask a question and tell him that I'm a big fan, and had he answered my question. It was lovely. But Memoir of a Snail.
It was that good.
What a good film.
Oh,
I
God.
cried multiple times. It's just so, if you've not seen any Adam Elliott, he has a very distinctive style.
Yeah.
And I mean, I can imagine it's the sort of thing you either love or you hate. I can't imagine there being much in between. And this is just such a beautiful film. It's so sad. It's so funny. It's so beautiful to look at. Just incredible. It's basically, I don't want to say too much because the plot sounds so simple, but it's basically about some siblings who go through the foster system. Right. That's like as simple as I'm gonna make it. And it's just so good. I love claymation anyway.
Yeah. I'm a very big Wallace and Gromit fan, like of the highest order. And I think claymation is one of the most underutilized art styles, and I think it can be really endearing and really sweet. So I'm glad you got to go to the Q&A session. Yeah.
Have you seen Mary and Max?
No.
Oh.
No, I think I need to.
So good. He's also done quite a few like short films.
Nice.
Like Harvey Crumpet, which is really good.
I've heard of Harvey Crumpet.
Harvy Crumpet won an Oscar for animation.
That's probably where I've heard it.
Yeah, no, I highly recommend, and I don't think it's getting a huge wide release.
Yeah.
And I think people need to see it. Yeah. It took him 8 years to make because obviously claymation is a
very long time
intensive process. So I highly recommend you go see it. It is stunning. It's incredible. I loved it. Do not bring your children. It is not a children's film. It is not a children's film. There were children in my screening.
Oh no.
They sounded very bored.
Yeah.
It's not a children's
film. Just because it's got claymation in it doesn't mean it's meant for kids.
And they left as soon as it ended. And Adam Elliott made one comment because he wasn't there for that because it was virtual, so he wasn't there for the screening itself. But he was like, "Oh, people keep bringing their kids. It's so weird." And there's like a nervous chuckle throughout the cinema.
He was like, "Oh yeah,
imagine that."
Wouldn't be hard.
But he did at one stage. He was like, "Oh, I've got one of the puppets here," and he held up the puppet of Grace, the main character, and the whole audience went, "Oh!" Just this gasp of wonder as he held up this little plasticine character on a screen that we've already seen her on that screen. It was so funny.
That is so sweet.
Yeah, highly recommend though. Memoir of a Snail and all of Adam Elliott's filmography. Really, just
do a full immersion.
Beautiful stuff. So that's me. I've talked for forever. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. This is one of my favorite parts of the podcast. Like, unironically, I love this discussion.
What about you? What have you been consuming media-wise?
So, starting with non-film, I started a television series the other night after work, because I decided I'd been recommended it by somebody from work, and I was like, you know what, we'll get into it. And it's...
Can I take a guess?
Yes.
My guess is The Batman for some reason, that you finally got around to watching Clancy Brown.
Oh, do you mean The Penguin?
The Penguin, thank you.
No, but I was thinking of watching that actually. Like, unironically, I was like, I think I need to start it because I've been seeing so many pictures of Clancy Brown and Salvatore Maroni, and he looks so hunky in it. So that'll be like next podcast. I'll be like, yeah, I've seen it.
Okay.
Actually, no, it was the television series Rivals, which is based off the Jilly Cooper books.
Okay.
Which were very popular in the 80s, I believe.
I've not read any Jilly Cooper,
but
I've heard
Cooper
the name.
wrote a lot of like kind of saucy novels for women.
Cool.
So Rivals is basically, it's set in a fake area, but in the Cotswolds in England. So it's a bunch of aristocratic, rich people behaving very poorly.
Great. Love it.
And it's basically like, there's Declan O'Hara, he's an Irishman, played by Aidan Turner, and he is a talk show host, and he really wants to get this guy called Rupert Campbell Black, I believe is his name, onto his show, and Rupert Campbell Black's in rivalry with David Tennant's character, whose name I can't remember. I think it was like Barry or something, and Rupert Campbell Black falls in love with Declan O'Hara's daughter, who's she's the caterer. She's always behind the scenes. Like she's a real Cinderella type character. Okay. And basically it is very salacious. Everyone is bonking each other.
Great.
And nobody can stay faithful in their marriage. And it's it is so brilliant. So I put it on while I was eating tea and I was like, oh, I don't know how long I'll stick with this. Well, by the end of the first episode, I was right there. I was so into it.
Is it like that really almost Downton vibe of like really juicy and salacious and gossipy?
But quite naughty. Like there's a lot of sex scenes. There's a lot of filthy behavior, which is right up my alley. I love that kind of stuff. I love feeling scandalized. Like my cheeks were burning the whole time. I was giggling. I was kicking my little feet. Like I was so into it. And so I think I'm up to the 3rd episode. And I genuinely cannot wait to keep watching the series. So Rivals, it's on Disney Plus. It's Jilly Cooper. Have to watch it. It's brilliant. Okay. As far as film, so as you'll know, I said I went to the Terrify Film Festival and I saw Heretic. Ugh. I also saw Strange Darling, which actually I think came out in 2023, but obviously I watched it here for the first time. It's by J.T. Molnar, and basically it's got Kyle Gallner
in it. Yes. Who we've talked about multiple times.
He's quite the Scream King.
He is.
And it's also got Willa Fitzgerald. They're kind of like the main characters.
The name Willa.
Willa's a great name.
I love the name Willa. I don't know the actress. Sorry, I'll just
show you a quick picture of what Kyle looks like in this.
I don't have my glasses.
In this film, he's quite hunky. He's got quite a lovely mustache.
Yeah, he's kind of got like a lumberjacky vibe.
Yeah, so
like a twink lumberjack, lumber twink.
Twink check. No, that's wrong. So basically, it's a film separated into 6 chapters, but they're not linear. They jump back and forth, which you can either really like that style of film or not. I really enjoyed it. I think that the fact it was not linear made the plot twists a lot more impactful, because you're jumping back and forth and you're finding stuff out from something you've seen a few chapters ago. You're seeing it it was really well done.
Okay.
Kyle Gallner was really great in it. Willa Fitzgerald also played a great character. I absolutely hated her character.
Great.
I was so pissed off with her by the end of it. But I recommend you watch Strange Darling. It was quite fun. And it was exciting. I really liked it. I will not tell you a single thing about it because I feel like that will spoil it. But yeah, I highly recommend people watch Strange Darling if you haven't already.
Oh, it does sound fun.
It was quite fun.
What's Willa Fitzgerald been in?
I don't think she's been in a heck of a lot.
Oh, The Fall of the House of Usher.
Okay, yeah. I haven't seen those ones.
Oh, I love The Fall of the House of Usher. It's so good.
She's been in not a heck of a lot else. She was in some TV series. She was in like sex education TV series.
All right.
But I also watched, just randomly on Netflix, because so many people had been talking to me about it, I watched Sweet Bobby. Have you seen that yet? It's called, the full title
No, I have not. Sorry, I keep like nodding and shaking my head. Sorry. No, I have not.
Sweet Bobby's full title is Sweet Bobby, My Catfish Nightmare.
Oh.
Everyone needs to watch Sweet Bobby. Basically, this woman is catfished within an inch of her life. It goes on for 9 years.
Is it a documentary?
It is a documentary. It's not a series. It's just like a one singular documentary. It's like an hour and a bit long. Everyone on the internet is flaming this woman for being so naive and, I can't believe you believed this, that, and the other. What she went through, I'm not even exaggerating, is nothing short of psychological torture.
Oh, God.
9 years.
That's insane.
Everyone looks at these catfish situations and goes, how could this person be naive? I'm sorry, why was the other person doing this?
Yeah.
Why? What caused you to do this for 9 years. The plot twist in Sweet Bobby is insane. Everyone needs to just sit down and watch it. And also, like, it's kind of like a weird spectator sport type thing where you're like literally watching this woman be psychologically tortured, but it was great, and to bring awareness to this kind of shit, because unfortunately the police, like many things, just won't do anything about it because they're like, oh, it's, you've been catfished. Until somebody threatens your life or something, we won't do anything about it. Anyway,
did you ever have like an internet boyfriend or an internet girlfriend or something like that?
No, I was really weird. Like, I was a real nerd.
I would say that does not cancel out having an internet boyfriend or girlfriend.
I was a nerd, and I think I was scared of everyone. Also, my dad was like, has been involved in IT since pretty much since I was born, so he knew a lot about computers. So I couldn't really pull a swift one on him or do anything like that. But yeah, I've never been catfished, nor have I ever catfished anyone.
No.
Did you ever have an internet spouse?
When I was like 14 or 15, I had an internet girlfriend, and her name was, what was her name? Sam, maybe?
Oh my god.
And she lived in Christchurch, and we had phone conversations. And like, I racked up.
Yeah, huge bills. That would have been very
My dad was so unhappy with me. And then I was like, I'm gay, it's all for nothing, I'm sorry.
Dad's like, oh my god.
But like, you've unlocked a memory for me there.
It's insane.
So shout out Sam if that's your name.
Oh my god.
We dated in quotation marks, for like a month, maybe?
A month.
Maybe?
That's a long time when you're 14 or 15.
It was, yeah.
I wish I missed out on all of that. I just wasn't adventurous enough for that kind of behaviour.
I think I was just very desperate, to be honest.
True. There you go.
Like anyone at this stage. I'm 14. I've been single for so long.
14,
clearly.
Please.
I'm 14, please.
14, please. The only other thing I've watched, and I realised I didn't do it in my non-film section, I watched the Netflix documentary series. It's only 3 episodes. This is the Zodiac speaking.
Oh, I've not watched it, but it's on my list.
You should watch it.
I really want to.
It's quite good.
Zodiac's a really fascinating case.
It's specifically about the prime suspect in the case,
right.
Arthur Lee Allen.
Yeah.
So obviously the whole series is set up to like make you believe that it was him.
I mean, he is the most likely.
It's fucking compelling.
Yeah.
Like, it's compelling evidence.
I feel like there were like 1 or 2 things against him, but there was so much.
The biggest things against him was like handwriting, and no offense to handwriting experts, I just don't trust handwriting experts over some of the other really compelling evidence. So highly recommend you watch. This is Zodiac speaking. They reveal at the end.
The vacuum cleaner's just going in the hallway.
Vacuum house next. They mention at the end that like 2 of the ciphers are unsolved. I'm convinced I'm going to solve them.
Yeah.
Despite the fact they needed
do it right now on the podcast.
They needed a supercomputer to solve the others.
But that was in like the 70s.
The first one was solved by a husband and wife couple.
Yeah. Was it the 70s? It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the 70s.
Or have I just made that up?
No, I'm pretty sure it was the 70s. 60s and 70s.
I just assumed because all of the serial killers were in the
70s. The second one was solved by a supercomputer. The third one was solved by a bunch of like sleuths from Reddit.
Yeah.
And then the last 2 are unsolved. The problem with the last 2, one is 13 characters, the other's 32. With smaller amounts of text, it's way harder to solve because there are endless like possibilities. But one of the things I really did like from the documentary is like the last episode at the end, they have one of the guys from like the true crime community on Reddit or whatever talking about it, and he's like, we've had numerous tips over the years. One of the biggest ones is people think it's Ted Cruz.
Yes.
Thanks to that one meme. And I was like, I'm really glad that people still think it was Ted Cruz, because fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy. But wasn't he also born after the killings happened?
That doesn't mean anything.
You're right. It's Ted Cruz.
Absolutely nothing to me. I think it might be him. If it's not Arthur Lee Allen, it's Ted Cruz.
But didn't he make like a weird joking reference to it? And everyone was like, ugh.
Yeah, joke's dead. Thanks, Ted.
Yeah, he was born in 1970. So he
got started young.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
I mean, wouldn't surprise me. As we know, this podcast is firmly anti-Republican, despite the fact that we're not Americans and have
We're not Americans, but we value human rights.
Oh, can we just also, speaking of Republicans, we were making some jokes on our Instagram account about influencing voters to vote for Michael Myers on the day of the election, and now I'm realizing that maybe that was a tacky decision.
I would like to go on record to say to everybody in America who might be listening, who is obviously not a Republican.
Yeah.
I am really sorry.
It's really shitty.
It's a terrible situation to be in. To everyone who is gay, to everyone who is transgender, to everyone who is a woman, who has ever suffered fertility issues.
Person of colour,
people with disabilities.
Women just trying to access healthcare.
In general, I am so sorry. And I'm not even gonna try and pretend that we have a great government here.
No.
However,
especially seeing as they were trying to push through an anti-treaty thing.
Exactly.
While the American election was happening and everyone was distracted.
Protect our treaty, goes without saying. I just think, to watch that the American election unfold in real time was absolutely devastating.
Very depressing.
And to everyone listening, we wish you the best. We wish you protection of your fundamental human rights, which is a crazy thing to have to wish for somebody, but we are living in a timeline that God forgot about.
Yeah, yep.
That's it. So, Mike.
Anyway, I've brought the mood down. We've got to
bring it, but we got to, in these trying times, we've got to find joy, right?
Yeah.
We've got to find joy in film, in podcast, and in sexy old people.
Sexy old men. That's what we're here for.
That's what we're about. So, Mike, before you tell us who your fox pick is today, do you want to tell us what constitutes a silver fox?
Yes, of course. So, silver fox is... So, we're also, by the way, we're working without our run sheet here that we normally follow. So, if things are a little bit loosey-goosey...
I forgot it at my house.
We can deal with it. So silver fox is a person, a celebrity, I guess. We're not just going to talk about someone's dad. So
if you've got a hot dad, send us pics. He could be the next fox. You never know. Send us pics of your hot dad. Also, if you're the one that's sending us pics of your dad because you think he's hot, we might need to get you some help. Send us pics of your friend's hot dad.
Okay.
If you're a hot dad yourself, send us pics.
Hot dags are us. Hot dags?
No, don't send us pics of any hot dags. Ooh.
Okay, so a silver fox is someone that is older than 45. Yes. That's generally our baseline. We know it's not actually that old, but...
It's a good starting point.
It's a good starting point. It is a... they've got to have grey hair or have a vibe of grey hair or...
One day we'll have grey hair?
Yeah. Or we could colour in a picture of them with grey hair.
And they had grey hair. We shut our eyes.
Yeah, bit of Photoshop. I have grey hair. That's fine. And it's non-gendered.
Yeah.
So that can be male, can be female, non-binary, any and all. We don't really care. We're inclusive.
You have to be a film actor and you have to be hot.
Whoever you are, if you're old, we'll objectify you.
Yeah, easily, gladly.
Yeah. Old and hot. That's all we want.
That's all we want.
Yeah.
So, Mike, who's the fox today?
So, I went for our second Lady Fox.
Oh my
God,
Lady Fox number 2.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
On
the Pfodcast.
Pfodcast. Where we discuss Pfilms.
Michelle Pfeiffer Pfilms. She is her Pfoxiest. Lady Pfox.
Lady Pfox.
Oh my
god. So yeah, I picked Michelle Pfeiffer because I love her.
Great choice.
I mean, I just what do we think about Michelle Pfeiffer in general? Do we?
She's really fit. Also, she's just seemingly a really good person from what I've seen.
Seems like it.
She was voting correctly.
Yeah.
No, she is unspeakably beautiful, and she's one of those people where it's just aged like a fine wine.
Yeah.
The older she has gotten, the more beautiful she has gotten. And I am somebody that firmly believes that no woman is ever past her prime.
No, of course
you
not.
couldn't see me doing it. I was doing little quotations around it. No woman has ever passed their prime. Shout out Michelle Yeoh for bringing that to the attention at the Oscars when she swept with Everything Everywhere All at Once. But Michelle Pfeiffer is she's beautiful.
There was, I mean, this may come under Pfocks.
Yeah.
But but there was like a guy that did like a mathematical equation on beauty.
Yeah.
Where, you know, it was sort of the eyes had to be a certain width apart in relation to the mouth, which had to be a certain size.
Golden ratio type thing.
Yeah, and apparently Michelle Pfeiffer is mathematically the most beautiful actress.
I told you that, and I suck at maths.
Yeah, she is just.
But it's good to know that there's scientific fact behind it.
Yeah.
She's scientifically, mathematically stunning.
Yeah, and she's also like that interesting. She's kind of seen as not quite B tier, but she's just as good of an actress as like Meryl Streep.
Yeah.
But she's never in the same conversation. She's just as beautiful as, I don't know, whoever the most beautiful actress is. But she's never in the same conversation. Like, she's often forgotten, and she often has like weird kind of India picks sometimes, and she goes long periods where she's
filmography.
Yeah, because she does take long periods between films because she likes to have a break.
She has a life.
She wants to spend time with her family, and
what a woman.
She can be selective about what she picks. I love her.
She's a good woman.
I'm a big fan of Michelle.
I love you, Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
So, Mike, as it's your pick.
Yeah.
What film have you chosen?
Batman Returns. I could have no other pick. I'm sorry. Look, we'll get into it for honourable mentions. I did watch some other films in preparation for this.
But tell us about Batman Returns.
Batman Returns is one of my all-time favourite films. Mm-hmm. It is in my top 4 on Letterboxd.
Yeah.
It is my favourite Batman movie. It is my favourite, Tim Burton movie.
It's a good choice.
I love everything about it. The music, the soundtrack is one of my favourite
beautiful
music soundtracks. I have it on my phone, and it's one that I just listen to around the house.
Michelle Pfeiffer literally wears a catsuit.
Michelle Pfeiffer had to be vacuum sealed into her catsuit. She is so sexy. She's skin tight, doing acrobatics, using a whip, whipping heads off mannequins in her first take.
Of her whipping the heads off the mannequins.
Yeah.
I needed a cigarette.
And she goes the whole range. She has sexy dominatrix. She's mousy secretary. She's in a fur coat with curly blonde hair out, looking slightly deranged.
I was fucking slightly deranged.
Every look that she has
She's perfect.
One of the sexiest anyone can ever be.
Is she? And I know you're a very big Halle Berry fan.
Yes.
So who is your favourite Catwoman?
Michelle Pfeiffer.
It is still Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah, Halle Berry is my girlfriend. I love her.
Obviously.
I think she is the sexiest woman on the planet.
Yeah.
But that movie is terrible.
It's not a good movie. And then Anne Hathaway. I'm so sorry, Anne Hathaway.
Yeah, no. Michelle Pfeiffer is...
And Zoe Kravitz.
Michelle Pfeiffer is...
It's obviously going to be Michelle Pfeiffer, without a doubt. I liked Zoe Kravitz.
Zoe Kravitz is
Selena
fine.
Kyle.
Yeah.
I thought but no, Michelle Pfeiffer. Nobody's touching Michelle Pfeiffer.
No.
You can't have the sexiest woman alive play Catwoman and be that good in the role and have the film that good.
And she's so powerful without it feeling forced.
Yeah.
A lot of the, I felt that with Anne Hathaway a little bit, that it just feels, the badassery of Selena Kyle just didn't quite feel like a natural fit. Whereas I felt with Zoe Kravitz, it was too badassery.
Yeah, she was quite edgy, wasn't she?
Yeah, whereas Michelle Pfeiffer's a good,
There is a scene in The Batman, with Matt Reeves, The Batman, where Robert Pattinson's Batman has to, pull Catwoman behind, a wall so they can't be seen, and he, puts his hand over her mouth, and she's, squealing, kicking against him, and I was like, I need to leave this alone. Between that and Paul Dano as the Riddler.
Yeah.
I was feeling a lot of things.
But I'm sorry, but Michelle Pfeiffer says, I don't know about you, Miss Kitty, but I feel so much yummier.
I'm getting that as a tramp stamp. I'm getting that on my lower back. I feel so much yummier.
But she says it and makes it work. And it's a clunky line.
She's the only person that could ever say that and it not be awful.
Yeah.
Is that the one with Jim Carrey as the Riddler?
No, that's the next one.
That's the next one.
It's Danny DeVito as the Penguin.
Wow.
So it's the cat, the bat, and the penguin was the tagline. Just such a good film. Christopher Walken's also there.
It's a good film.
Look, as an adaptation of Batman as a character, not the most accurate. None of the characters are particularly accurate.
Yeah.
But
I think Batman films are separated into takes Batman seriously, doesn't take Batman seriously.
Yeah.
So obviously for takes seriously, you've got like Matt Reeves' The Batman, you've got Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy. Doesn't take it so seriously. I think you've got, was it Adam West that was Batman? Yeah. And then you've got like the Tim Burton ones.
And the Joel Schumacher did Forever and Batman and Robin. See, I like Batman 1989 and Batman Returns 92 because they like... I like a Batman who can still smile occasionally and who can still have fun.
That isn't so traumatized by the death of his parents.
All of the people, like all of my nearest and dearest friends are damaged people, you know. Yeah. Most of them are queer theatre people. Of course, there's going to be some sort of
going on there.
level of damage. And most of them are funny, you know. Yeah. So like, I feel like Batman... humor should not be his main go-to, but he does have a sense of humor.
Yeah. It's you've got it.
It's rare, but it happens, and when it does happen, it's so important.
Hugely.
So I like it, and I like a Gotham City that is... I don't like a realistic city. I don't want to see New York or Chicago. Yeah. I want to see
something different.
Big statues. I want to see, Gothic architecture, gargoyles. I want to see...
It should look grimy.
It should do. It should look grimy and otherworldly. You
can't really place where it is. And I think the thing about Gotham is it draws in architecture from a lot of different places, but you can never put your finger on where it actually is.
Yeah.
It's left open to interpretation for a reason.
Yeah. And I think Tim Burton's aesthetic just naturally works.
It works
for Gotham.
so well for it.
So yeah, Batman Returns. Michelle Pfeiffer is just so sexy in it.
She's incredibly sexy.
Turning in an incredible performance that it doesn't have the grounded Zoe Kravitz kind of approach, and it also doesn't have a super campy Uma Thurman approach. She's a really good marriage of comic booky and also grounded. And she
does a great job.
I don't know if anyone can ever be that attractive ever again.
Well, this is the thing. Obviously I would never, but like if I was going for the role of Catwoman, knowing that Michelle Pfeiffer's already done it, it's like going to a fucking like talent contest and knowing Beyonce had gone on before you.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not winning, right? I can't do anything. No, you're gonna have to try, and try as you might. I think like Zoe Kravitz, she did her own thing with Catwoman, but you have to do that. You have to do your own thing.
Yeah.
Because nobody's touching Michelle Pfeiffer in the fucking catsuit.
And like she was so iconic that the Batman the Animated Series, the TV show, which was like Batman Returns sort of helped launch Batman the Animated Series, which is the most iconic representation of Batman generally.
Yeah.
And they made Catwoman blonde in that because of Michelle Pfeiffer, whereas the character's always been black-haired. So I loved it. And I have one fact that I find really interesting.
Okay.
Do you know the actress Sean Young?
I know that name.
She's kind of big. I'm not too familiar with her. I only really know her in connection with this. But I think she was quite big in the 80s and 90s. She was originally cast in Batman 1989 as Vicky Vale.
Okay.
But then she broke an arm, so she had to be replaced by Kim Basinger.
Right, okay.
So then she was determined to play Catwoman in Batman 1992. And they cast Michelle Pfeiffer. And so Sean Young, she went onto TV, onto the Joan Rivers show, dressed as Catwoman, and performed a little skit as Catwoman, begging Tim Burton to be in the movie as Catwoman. And she kept calling him like, "So, Timmy, you cast someone else as Catwoman." And it's so cringy.
You couldn't see my face. I was literally sitting there with my mouth hanging open.
It's so funny.
Oh, Timmy, how about you cast this cat?
Yeah. And she's like, so I broke my arm because I fell off a horse that you made.
So you heard about my broken arm. That's outrageous.
It's so, and I think she did that for producers as well. She like hounded producers to be cast as Catwoman.
No.
And then goes on TV and gives the worst performance.
The worst Catwoman performance. She's kind of just. I mean, Michelle Pfeiffer was probably sitting at home like, thanks, bro. Like that was
this is
really helpful,
cemented. I don't know about you, Miss Kitty. It's really good.
That's fucking crazy.
I love Michelle Pfeiffer. And I just love that movie. So, LC.
What did I pick?
What did you pick?
I went completely off the other end of the spectrum.
Really?
I picked the 1999 Michael Hoffman film A Midsummer Night's Dream. Where
beautiful.
You'll find Michelle Pfeiffer as Titania.
Yes.
She is beautiful. Titania, sorry. She is beautiful in that film.
Yeah.
Like, she is
Queen
so
of the
beautiful.
Fairies.
She is so, like, ethereal.
Yeah.
I think it's just... What I really liked about this film as well, I really like how it was shot. Like, it was very dreamy. It was a little bit hazy in places, very glittery. I'm gonna show Mike a picture real quick. She's so beautiful.
Like, look at those cheekbones.
She's glowing in this film, and the flowers in her hair. When I saw this, I was like, this is gonna have to be the one. Also, crazy cast on this one.
Stanley Tucci.
Kevin Kline as Nick Bottom. Rupert Everett as Oberon.
Yeah.
Yep. Christian
Callista
Bale.
Flockhart.
Callista Flockhart.
Oh, Callista Flockhart. What did I just...
that is a different person altogether. Christian Bale. It's Dominic West. He's quite hunky in it, I won't lie. Sam Rockwell. It's a good film.
And I think what I really liked about that film, I haven't watched it in a while.
Yeah, neither had I.
But they really do a good job of emphasizing the comedy and like making it funny for modern audiences who may not understand.
The whole thing about bicycles, like that's a big thing that they introduced into it. So it's like bicycles. What I really like is when a filmmaker leans into the fact that a lot of Shakespeare plays were comedies.
Yeah, I mean Shakespeare is like 50% dick jokes, really.
Yeah. And this version of Midsummer Night's Dream, I also think Baz Luhrmann's Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
I rewatched that recently. The idea of modernizing Romeo and Juliet but still keeping the Shakespearean English.
Yeah.
It's going to eat every time. That whole scene at the petrol station with like, do you bite your thumb at me?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And it's also like every high school drama teacher's production basically put on screen and made effective, right?
Yeah. I really like this version of A Midsummer Night's Dream. I like how funny it is. I like how dreamy it is. I really like the cinematography of it. The costumes are to die for.
Yeah.
The CGI of like Puck disappearing and reappearing and stuff like that is so badly done. That is perfect because it's 1999.
Yeah.
But Michelle Pfeiffer is a beautiful fairy.
And her and Kevin Kline work quite well together.
They do work very well together. I mean, to be
Kevin Kline, famously Patti LuPone's ex-boyfriend.
I feel like you join a film, they tell you your love interest is Michelle Pfeiffer. You're working your ass off.
Yeah.
You're working your ass off because you know she's going to bring it.
I cannot imagine Michelle Pfeiffer not having chemistry with anyone, right? She
very good chemistry with virtually everyone.
Yeah. She could have good chemistry with a lamppost.
Yeah. She's going to bring it.
I would watch it. I would find it sexy.
I'd be weird about it.
My pants would be too tight.
My pants would be off.
I would not have brought pants to the cinema.
My pants wouldn't have even been considered. The theatre staff would be asking me to leave. Yeah. It would be a whole thing.
Yeah, you enter in and you're like, sorry, I didn't bring my pants. It's Michelle Pfeiffer. And they're like,
you go,
well,
okay. Like, we don't love it, but
okay, cinema 3.
my local movie theater does have a sign out the front of like things you can and can't bring, and one of the things you can't bring is like roller skates.
Oh.
So as long as my pants are off, but like my roller skates weren't on,
then you're fine.
I'm in to win.
Yeah.
Don't come to my local movie theater in roller skates. I'll tell you that. So yeah, That's my. So, Mike, what are your honorable mentions?
So the main one that I watched, which I'm also gonna rate on Letterboxd, because I wasn't sure if this was gonna be my one. Because my thing is, Batman Returns was also a Christmas movie, so I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't watch it.
Because you want to say
Because it's a Christmas movie, but I was like, no, it cannot be anything else for me.
No.
So the other film I was considering was White Oleander from 2002.
She's so evil in White Oleander.
She's horrible in White Oleander, but
it's a good film.
I think the film is good. I think the book is phenomenal.
Yeah, I've heard the book is far better.
Love the book. The movie, Michelle Pfeiffer just gives such a good performance. She's so detestable.
Yeah.
And you can also see, like, I think it's one of Michelle Pfeiffer's most complex roles that she's played.
That film is so, and I guess the book, I haven't read the book, but I've heard really good things about it. That film is so devastating.
It's just
like every turn you're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Michelle Pfeiffer and White Oleander. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Great choice.
Thank you. So that one I'm actually going to give 4 stars. I'm just saying.
Prefacing. Saying.
So those were the 2 that I watched. But if I was just to do honorable mentions, we would be here for
you
5 days. You
could literally list off a whole filmography.
You can say anything, and you're like, yeah,
valid.
But the main ones I've highlighted are What Lies Beneath.
Okay.
Which is a horror with her and Harrison Ford.
Right. I saw that on that video I sent you the other day, Vanity Fair's video they've done about when Judge Gibbs
yeah.
They mentioned What Lies Beneath.
Yes. That's a film it's from 2000, and I watched it at the time, and it's one that's like, there are moments I watched it quite 2000, they would have been 9, so I would have watched it 9 or 10, and there are moments that are just etched in my brain that I've just got that I can bring up. Like, there's this really insignificant moment where she's just had a bath or a shower or something, and she's got to look at herself in the mirror, but the mirror's all fogged up, so she pulls out a hairdryer and just points it at the mirror and like moves it around, and the fog clears up. And that's a life hack. Like, that's what I do in my mirror now, because I'm like, it just works. It helps the fog disappear.
And you're not going to smudge your mirror
You're not going to smudge your mirror. But, like, I just got her doing it etched in my head. So
life hack with Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah. What Lies Beneath. Obviously, Stardust.
I was obsessed with Stardust when I was a kid.
Murder on the Orient Express.
Okay, yeah.
Dark Shadows. And, of course, Hairspray.
Oh, Velma Von Tussle.
Those are my main.
Her version of Miss Baltimore Crabs is on my. So I have a musical theatre playlist on Spotify, and when it comes to Hairspray, I switch between the 2007 film, the more recent Hairspray Live they did. I switch between those two, and if it's a Velma Von Tussle song, no offense, Kristen Chenoweth, it's going to be the Michelle Pfeiffer version.
Yeah,
she is brilliant in Miss Baltimore Crabs.
Did you know she was one of the considerations? She may have been going to play it, and then something happened, to play Evita in the movie Evita.
Really?
Yeah, and there's a clip of her singing I'd Be Surprisingly Good for You as like a demo.
Yeah.
And it's good. Like, she's just got such a delicate, sweet voice. It would have been interesting to see her as Evita. I don't know if it would have worked, but I like her singing.
It'd be nice to try.
Just a delicate. Yeah.
I like her in the movie version of Hairspray. I think Kristen Chenoweth, for stage and for like the Hairspray Live, she worked as Velma Von Tussle because she's obviously got the very belty Broadway voice. And I think having Dove Cameron as Amber Von Tussle, I think she and Kristen worked really well together.
Yeah.
Because you could really see them in that mother-daughter role. But for the film version, where obviously the songs have to be a little bit reduced, I think Michelle Pfeiffer is brilliant.
I think Michelle Pfeiffer is really good.
And having Brittany Snow as Amber as her daughter, it's just magic. I love that 2007 film.
That's a good film.
It's a really good film.
And Michelle Pfeiffer is just incredible in it. I love her playing a villain.
She's quite she's nasty.
Yeah. So those are my honorable mentions, but yeah, like I said, I could just keep going.
You could just keep going for days on end. Why not? My honorable mentions that I did, I've got some interesting. Well, not really. Obviously I've got Batman Returns.
Yep.
I had to put that down. Yeah. I've also got her in Scarface as Elvira.
Oh yeah, I've never seen Scarface.
I haven't either. I didn't watch it for this. I knew in my head she wears that blue dress. She's got the blonde bob. She's very, very sexy. The other one I've got is her as Rita Harrison Williams in I Am Sam, the 2001 Jesse Nelson film. I didn't watch that film for this because every time I watch it, I just sob my eyes out, and I really didn't. It wasn't.
That's the one where is it Sean Penn is like
Penn.
a guy with Asperger's or autism?
He's got an intellectual disability, and he has a daughter, who is Dakota Fanning.
Yeah, and she's a lawyer.
Yes, Michelle Pfeiffer is a lawyer. Dakota Fanning.
Yeah, not Dakota Fanning.
Yeah, Dakota Fanning could have been.
Very
Dakota
precocious.
Fanning always used to play these real like precocious little girls, like way smarter than her age would suggest, and she does that exact in I Am Sam. Her father's got an intellectual disability, so she really like steps up into this role.
Yeah.
But it's the film always makes me cry.
It just gets you.
But I used to love a good Dakota Fanning film.
She's very cute.
I love her in The Secret Life of
How old
Bees.
is she now? Is she like 45, 50? Is she a silver fox?
1994. She's 30.
Jesus.
She was 30 this year.
Is she only 3 years younger than me?
Yeah.
Holy hell.
Yeah. So yeah, that was my other one. I Am Sam. Michelle Pfeiffer is very beautiful. She's also in like on the poster. It's a really weird poster, but they just have a really beautiful photo of her smiling.
That smile is kind of cringy though. Like it's kind of like I'm here.
Hey guys.
Ugh.
So yeah, those are my honorable mentions.
Are we zipping through this? I
think it's very easy to talk about how beautiful. I know we've been talking for an hour.
Okay.
Nearly an hour, 4 minutes off. What are our Pfoxiest?
Oh Jesus! So that was one.
We also
that I said before.
If you're unfamiliar, we have this habit of like we'll find some really bad fox facts.
Yeah, really tepid.
And those are my favorite way to do it, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah. This is what I'm just pulling from my head. I know she has an adopted daughter.
Oh, beautiful.
That she wanted to pursue this as a solo parent because she'd just had a divorce from her first husband, and then by the time everything worked, she was with David Kelly, who is her, I think, current partner.
Yeah, I think they are
current husband. So like he is that girl's father figure, but I don't think he's on the papers or whatever. So she was doing it by herself. But I know there was an interview where a guy was like, so your adopted daughter, and she says, stop. Daughter. She is just my daughter. You do not need to say adopted daughter.
Oh, Michelle Pfeiffer.
And she said it so firmly.
Yeah.
But also like.
Don't argue with me.
She wasn't, rude or angry, which justifiably you could be. Yeah. But she was just, very firm but kind about it.
Sorry, I forgot to mention another film which I think needs to be mentioned at least once. Grease 2.
Did we need to mention that?
I think we did need to. She's beautiful in Grease 2.
She is beautiful in Grease 2.
I have a habit of like asking, I'll ask my folks before we do these. I'm like, if you had to pick a film for X actor, and my dad was like, Grease 2. I think he might have had a poster. I can't remember.
Oh.
She is very beautiful in Grease 2.
Yeah.
It's a terrible film.
She's beautiful in everything.
She's an avid oil painter.
Oh.
Oh, here's your fact. Study done of Face as a Beautiful Woman, the ratio one. She won the Miss Orange County Beauty Pageant in 1978.
Fantastic. She did do, and I know I've touched on it, but when she was doing Batman Returns, they wanted to get a stunt woman to do the whip scene. There's a scene where Catwoman whips off the heads of mannequins, and Michelle Pfeiffer said, no, I want to do it. And she did it in one take. I think they may have had to have a pickup afterwards, but mostly it was in one take.
She could have whipped my fucking head off, to be perfectly honest.
She could have whipped me any way she wanted to whip me.
She was nominated for 6 consecutive Golden Globes from 1989 to 94.
Wow.
She is good.
Do you want to know what film wasn't in my honorable mentions specifically? Ant-Man and the Wasp, because that was a boring film.
She's beautiful in those
She
films.
is, but I
sucks.
just did not like the film.
Did I say she sucks? I meant the film sucks.
I knew what you meant.
In the films.
She's beautiful.
The films suck.
She does not suck. She is not Nancy Reagan.
Oh my. Sorry, can I just say, this is a crazy one. As a teenager, working as a clerk at a Vons grocery store in Southern California in 1974, she learnt to tie maraschino cherry stems in knots with her tongue.
Yes, I've heard that before.
Okay.
She accidentally cut Al Pacino with broken glass while auditioning for Scarface.
Didn't we all? She was the original choice for Clarice Sterling in Silence of the Lambs, but her asking price was too rich for Orion Pictures.
Oh.
She's mentioned in the song, Riptide by Vance Joy and Uptown Funk by Bruno Mars and Mark Ronson.
Yes.
Val Kilmer wrote poetry for her.
Yes.
Can we blame him? One of her favourite films is Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, I saw that as well.
Barbara Walters has called both her and Julia Roberts the most beautiful people she's ever interviewed. Oh, she replaced Annette Bening as Catwoman in Batman Returns due to the former actress's pregnancy. Oh, one of her first jobs, she was Alice from Alice in Wonderland at Disneyland.
Love her. So Also, do you know what I was thinking while watching Batman Returns? There's a scene where Penguin is running for mayor and he's doing a press conference and Batman has some pre-recorded lines of Penguin insulting people of Gotham. Saying like, relax, I'll take care of the wretched squealing pinhead puppets of Gotham. You know, he's saying things like that. And he plays it over while Penguin's giving the speech, so the audience just hears Penguin insulting Gothamites. And I was like, if Donald Trump did that, he'd still win.
Which is so,
I don't think Penguin insulting people would actually affect
This is the thing. Donald Trump is a convicted felon and a sex offender, and he's still president.
Yep.
Sorry, she turned down the Sharon Stone role in Basic Instinct 1992. We could have seen her do the infamous leg cross scene.
That would have been something.
I actually think I would have had to turn the TV off.
Pause it, rewind, slow-mo. Most
scene in history. She was considered for the lead role in Mamma Mia that eventually went to Meryl Streep.
She was considered for the role of Dr. Ellie Sattler in Jurassic Park.
She turned down the role for the White Witch in The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Her favourite food is Mexican. We're just reading our IMDb trivia.
Mexican. Oh my
Mexican
God.
food's so good.
We could go on a little Mexican date.
Oh my God, can we? Podcasting live from a Mexican restaurant.
Podcasting live from the Flying Burrito Brothers.
Do you like Flying Burrito Brothers over like Viva Mexico? Because Viva Mexico. Viva Mexico is it.
I like anywhere that does queso. It is very hard to get queso in Wellington.
Yeah.
I love queso.
Viva Mexico does quesadillas that are just so cheesy and so beautiful. We're going to have to go out.
I think we're going to have to do a Mexican day.
Yeah, I think so.
I love Mexican food.
Me too.
I'm not a spicy food eater, but I just love the flavors of Mexican food.
Yeah.
Oh God, they really went off. Okay, so
I think we're done.
Mexican food section. It's time to get to one of the craziest bits, which is, does this Pfox Pfuck?
Oh.
If you're not familiar, we draw a Punnett square where we go through. So our x-axis is knows what sex is, doesn't know what sex is. Our y-axis is fucks, doesn't fuck. And just because they fucked in a film does that not mean they inherently fuck, because fucking is a lifestyle.
Yeah.
So, does Selena Kyle, Catwoman from Batman Returns, is it the one we're talking about? Batman Returns? Yeah. I was thinking Batman Forever, sorry. Batman Returns, does she pfuck? Does she know what pfucking is?
Okay. So, she definitely knows what it is. She absolutely knows what it is.
100%.
My instinct is to say she doesn't have sex, but it's purely as like it's not like a pathetic, she can't get it if she doesn't want to. It's a choice for her. However, I'm also thinking of the scene where her and Bruce Wayne, when they're not in costume, are dancing together. And he says, so no hard feelings? And she says, well, semi-hard, I'd say.
Ooh!
And... and... and...
Okay.
So... But again, I feel like she could enjoy leading people on a little bit.
Oh, 100%, because if she wasn't fucking, it would be purely to fuck with everyone else.
Yeah. Before she transitions into Catwoman, she knows what it is she's not fucking.
Yeah, she's like, yeah.
After she transforms, she knows what it is. I think she's still not fucking, but it's a choice.
Yeah. And if she is fucking, it's purely on her
Yeah.
terms.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's my response.
Beautiful. I think Titania.
That's how I've always said. Now there's going to be a bunch of Shakespeare scholars being like, actually it's Titania or something.
Yeah, which, like, also, I don't care.
I've always said Titania.
I think she definitely knows.
Titania, yeah.
She knows what sex is, and she's fucking. But in like a fairy garden type way.
Yeah, it's like very ethereal.
Yeah, it's a very horny fairies type thing. I think she's fucking.
Titania.
Are we Googling the correct pronunciation?
No. Yes.
I think it's important that we know how to pronounce it. I honestly...
what have I done? I've gone into... I cannot work my phone.
Are you on how to pronounce Titania.com?
Oh.
Titania.
Oh, well...
Titania.
Titania.
That's British pronunciation. What's American?
Titania.
Oh,
Titania.
it's the same. It's kind of the same.
I mean, either. We know who it is, Matt.
We know who it is. The Fairy Queen.
The Fairy Queen from Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream is fucking.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's that on it.
But it is like really, gentle and ethereal. And do you think she fucks bottom? Do you think she tops bottom?
I think she tops bottom. Yeah, I'd say so.
One time I did a play in high school of Midsummer Night's Dream.
Yes.
And I ended up playing bottom. And I had a conversation with someone who I was in my final year, and I was talking to someone who was in the previous year to me, so he had just left. And he was also a big theatre kid. And I was like, oh yeah, we're doing Midsummer, and I'm playing bottom. And he goes, I think a bit of bottom would be good for you. And I blushed and I giggled. And I thought he was straight. And then we were making out in clubs like a few years later. So it was...
How the turntables.
just I thought he didn't know what he was saying, but now I think he knew what he was saying.
He knew exactly what he was saying. Oh, how scandalous.
It was, yeah.
So,
what was the question? I'm having flashbacks.
Like, what's your letterboxd and what are you rating Batman Returns?
Batman Returns is a 5 stars.
100%.
Yeah. My letterboxd is One Hat Matter, ONEHATMADDER. That is also my Instagram. And that is also actually, I got that from a Batman comic.
There you go.
The name of a Batman comic was One Hat Matter. So
beautiful.
What about you? Go on.
Loud
and proud.
My letterboxd is Dixie Normus 69. That is DIXIE NORMOUS 69. There is a U in it because we're in New Zealand. And I am giving A Midsummer Night's Dream, I'm going to give it probably 3.5 stars.
Nice.
It was a good film. Was it like the most life-changing film I've ever seen? No, but it was a fun film. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And Michelle Pfeiffer was so beautiful.
Oh.
There's no way around it. So, Mike, next podcast.
Yes.
We're going to be joined by a friend.
A special guest. It's our second special guest of the podcast. We are going to be having on my platonic heterosexual boyfriend, Ed Blunden. I don't know if you'd like me calling him that.
Shout out Ed Blunden.
Ed Blunden. Very excited for him to come on. So he's sent in his Silver Fox choice.
And we have no idea who it is.
I haven't, he sent it to my email. I haven't sent it to Elsie, so she has no idea who it is. I have not listened to it. Neither of us know. I have been so tempted to listen this whole time. Okay.
We're going to do it now.
Okay, are we ready?
This is our first time.
This is our first time hearing it. Okay. What if we hate this person?
What if we're like,
look?
Okay.
Okay, are we ready?
It's like Mark Wahlberg. Oh, shit.
Oh my god, if it actually is now. Okay, are we ready?
Kia ora, my name is Ed Blunden, and my silver fox is Antonio Banderas.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Full body shivers. Antonio Banderas.
Antonio motherfucking Banderas.
I finally get to watch all the Spy Kids films again.
I'm...
And I can see Steve Buscemi at the same time.
Oh my god.
Do you think Antonio Banderas and Steve Buscemi explored each other's bodies while they were filming?
They fucking better have, I'll tell you that. Oh,
it is.
What a good shout.
Man. That's a great shout, Ed.
The whole time Ed was like, oh, I don't know. I know he was like trying to pick between, I think 2 or 3. He didn't tell me who they were, but he was trying to pick, and he was like, I hope this is a good shout. I hope this is a good pick.
I also say, I was so nervous. I don't know why. I was so nervous, excited, and then as soon as he said it, it was like a euphoric feeling.
I know.
Overtook.
I know.
Wow.
This is an excellent choice, Edward. I'm very thrilled.
Great choice, Ed. I cannot wait to have you on the potty safe.
Cannot wait to have you.
That's awful.
End of sentence. Also, shout out to Catherine, his girlfriend, if you're listening.
Shout out.
I love you, Catherine.
Shout out, Catherine. The actual girlfriend.
I love Catherine. And I love Ed. And I love Antonio Banderas.
And you'd like to be a little piece of furniture in their lives.
Yes.
Antonio Banderas is such a good shout.
Oh, I've already got options.
They all
and
the Shrek films where he plays
Cat
in the Hat. Cat in the Hat.
Cat in the Hat. I thought for Antonio Banderas, I picked the Cat in the Hat.
Do you remember the Shrek film where he plays fucking Cat in the Hat?
Oh my god! Have you watched the Mike Myers film for Antonio Banderas?
I'll watch it for my own personal viewing.
Yeah, just for fun. Oh. And so I think this, every time we say, not every time, but a lot of the time when we say who the fox is, there's a quote from Batman Returns where Bruce Wayne and Selena Kyle have just had a date at Wayne Mansion, and they both, Batman has to leave to solve a crime, Selena has to leave to cause a crime.
Yes.
And they're both sort of talking to Alfred, can you make an excuse to the other person for me to leave? And Michelle Pfeiffer, does this whole thing. She's like, tell him I had to, no. No, maybe tell him that I had to, no. Tell him that I feel the way I wish, no. Can you just make up a dirty limerick or something? And Alfred just says, one has just sprung to mind. So every time I have an instant fox pick in my head, I go, one has just sprung to mind.
Also, picking a dirty limerick to make an excuse is crazy.
Yeah.
I imagine if Alfred just walks up to him, he's like, there once was a woman from Peru.
Her
filled her vagina with glue.
Oh.
She said with a grin, if they paid to get in, they'll pay to get out of it too.
Did you make that up, or is that...
No, I remember my sister teaching me that when I was way too young.
There's one that my dad used to say. There once was a girl from Buckingham who stood on the bridge at Gluckingham.
Oh.
Watching the stunts and the punts and the cunts and the tricks of the pricks that were fucking him.
The one I always remember is there once was a man from Nantucket whose cock was so long he could suck it. He said with a grin as he wiped off his chin, if my ear was a cunt I could fuck it. And there's a SpongeBob episode where SpongeBob gets on stage and he pulls a piece of paper out of his pocket to read, and he goes, there once was a man from Nantucket, and everyone gasps, and he goes, oh, sorry, wrong one. And then he pulls out the real one and he reads it. And I always remember seeing that SpongeBob episode because it came out later. So I saw it when I was an adult, teenager. And I was like, oh my God.
That's very good.
I love a good naughty limerick.
Send us your best ones.
Send us your best naughty limericks. We'll read them on pod. We'll do an ASMR one. We'll scratch the microphone and breathe into it.
So this was dedicated to Tony Todd, R.I.P. Do you think he likes a dirty limerick?
I'm sure he would have loved it.
Oh, no.
Tony Todd probably wished this. I mean, maybe Tony Todd was a Michelle Pfeiffer fan. And he was like, I'm glad that it was this one that he got. God, rest in peace, Tony Todd. That was I saw the I think it was Showtime.
Yeah.
Article. I sent it to Mike with, and all I said was, no, oh God, no, in full capitals.
Yeah. Look, that's the problem with loving old men.
Sometimes.
Loving old folks is that they die.
This sneaks up on you. All right. Well, this has been one hell of an episode. It feels like it's gone very quickly, but we have been talking for an hour and a quarter. So, shout out Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah, we love you, Michelle.
Steve Buscemi.
We love you, Steve.
If you're listening.
You made too much eye contact while doing the kissy lips.
No,
it was very direct.
Once again, I'm looking into Mike's splashback, which is a mirror. There are 3 televisions placed behind me.
Yeah.
It's
my media center.
You're like Wade from Kim Possible. There are televisions 4 miles.
It's all the security cameras. I watch you walking up the door and I'm like, what?
Well, you would have seen me struggling to get shit out of my car and you would have just been sitting there watching me like, okay.
No, that's the one from the bedroom. That's the main one. And the one above is built in.
It came with the house.
It came with the house. So, I mean, we're like, all our stuff is in the lounge because we are moving in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So
I had an apartment once, and it came with a television on the wall above the like power board. And I remember my first night in the apartment, I'd barely unpacked most of my stuff. I sat on the end of my bed because it was a studio apartment, just watching this tiny television, and it was like American Ninja Warrior. And I remember like, this is quite pathetic.
Look, I think sometimes things have to be pathetic.
Yes.
I think like one of my favorite things is we did a big trip around Europe last year, and we were doing it for about 3 to 4 weeks, and we went to I think 7 different countries in Europe. So it was a lot packed into quite a short amount of time. And by the time we got to Venice, which was sort of towards the end of our trip, we were so tired. We had just done so much. We were absolutely shattered, and we just get to our hotel, and we're like, okay, so we've got options. We can either go out and explore this beautiful romantic city that we've always wanted to see. We could go out for a nice dinner. Yeah. We could go for a walk along the canals. Really romantic, beautiful time. Or we could stay in a hotel room and watch Love is Blind on Netflix. And we stayed in our hotel room and watched Love is Blind on Netflix. Choice. It was one of my highlights of that.
You made the exact right choice. Sometimes
so good.
I remember like I used to travel a lot for work. And I used to do these like conferences, and then I remember there was always like this night where they'd do like networking, and there'd be like a dinner and drinks, and you'd meet everyone, and people would always be like, "Oh, Elsie, are you going to the networking thing?" And I'd be like, "No, look, I'm just so knackered." And I'd go to my hotel room, and I remember one of them, I was sat in a hotel room in Queenstown. I was on Queenstown Lakes. It was beautiful, and I was in my bed eating a delicious cheeseburger, watching like it was a TLC show. It was like My Strange Love or something. It was called like Strange Love or something. And I was watching a specific episode about these 3 couples that were getting married. One was a furry couple, one was a mermaid couple, and the other were vampires. And I remember it being in my plush hotel bed eating this beautiful cheeseburger with a fat glass of Diet Coke, watching the show, and I was like, this is the life. This is what I'm here for. And I could hear everyone like socializing on the other side of the hotel, and like I don't regret a single thing.
No, that sounds great.
Yeah. All right.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Michelle Pfeiffer. If you ever wanted to eat a beautiful cheeseburger with me in a hotel bed, let me know.
Yeah.
We don't have to tell your husband.
Look, if you want to go get some food.
If you want to get some Mexican food.
Maybe some
Mike and I.
French fries.
Oh, lovely. Some French fries. Some profiteroles.
It's just a thing. It's just real.
All right, Michelle, we love you. Steve Buscemi, we love you.
Big shout out, Steve.
Always. All right.
Looking forward to Antonio Banderas.
With Ed next episode. All right.
See you then.
See ya.
Bye, Steve.
Bye.